There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Let me check something here. Pop up live on Facebook and IG. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Waiting for some people to join in. I'm going to say happy birthday to a few people here on Facebook. Let's see. All right, there we go. That's much better. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, cool. We got one. All right, we got one person that popped up. Okay, cool. I can go ahead and start talking. All right, wonderful. Good evening, everybody. The architect here, you know the name. Soon to be the ambassador. DJ Rollum hit me up not too long ago before doing this live, and he coined me as the ambassador. He told me that is going to be my new nickname, the ambassador. I still want to keep the architect because I've been rocking with that for quite some time, the architect. But as of February 18th, 2026, I will not only be known as the architect, but I will also be known as the ambassador. The architect, the ambassador, Sean Garvey. We'll get into all that in just a few moments. Again, good evening. If you're just joining me, I appreciate everybody sending me emails, calls, text messages, DMs, all that great stuff. Wishing me congratulations on 2 new opportunities. 2 big opportunities getting ready to happen in a few days, starting the first week in March of 2026. To get you up to speed here, if you don't know, I have been asked and chosen to be the new campus ambassador for Georgia State University, the largest campus not only in the southeastern region of the country, but the largest campus in the country. Fun fact. Yep. The decision was made on Monday, the 16th. No, actually, I'm sorry. Tuesday. Tuesday to be exact. Make sure I get my timeline correct. Yes, the decision has been made on Tuesday, February 17th. And I gladly accepted the position to be the brand new campus ambassador for Georgia State University. The university has been around since the early 1900s in the state of Georgia. And I actually have been on the campus plenty of times, more than one time, doing other things for the university in the past. But this will be a different situation for me because it's something that I've never done before at any university or even on the grounds of GSU before. But I was filled in on what some of the things that I am going to be doing on the campus of GSU. And it actually complements what I'm already doing right now with Reach One Communications and my history in broadcasting for X amount of years. So I'm happy to have shared the great news to everybody on social media. Since yesterday, I'm still getting a lot of DMs, text messages, well wishes from different people who have been supporting me for quite some time. And I'm looking forward to this new chapter in my career. Also, if you see me looking left, right, left, I am on Instagram Live at Sean Garvey ATL. If you're not on Instagram and on my social media, please follow me there. I want to make sure that Instagram saves this video so anybody that misses me live in real time can go back and look at it at their own disposal, because there's some important information that I got to share with you all this evening. Because I don't like to answer too many questions afterwards. I like to just go ahead and put it out there in real time, and then you can go back and watch it later so you can get all the information that you need in regards to the Honey Channel, which I'll get into in just a few moments, because this is the reason why one of the reasons why I am doing this pop-up live thing this evening, because there's some information that I got to share with my followers tonight. This is kind of out of the box on a Wednesday evening. Wednesdays are usually the days that I am recording Therapy Ain't No Joke from 7 to 9 p.m. And we have been out of our regular scheduled time slot for the past few weeks. I honestly just been having a lot of things going on behind the scenes, and I want to make sure that I prioritize other things that I'm doing behind the scenes, so that way I can zero in and focus on giving you the kind of content that you all want and need at the same time. But if you want to go and watch full episodes of Therapy Ain't No Joke, you can go to our archive section on our YouTube channels, Reach One Network, which we already have over 300 followers over there and counting. Please get us to over 1,000 by the end of 2026. We really need the support. And then we have the new Mental Space Network already on YouTube at the Mental Space Show. So be a subscriber on there as well. And that is the Mental Space Network for all things considered mental health and therapy programming. You're definitely going to love it. You're definitely going to enjoy it. And you are going to be informed. All right. So again, thank you all for the support, the love, the congratulations. And I am also in talks with the Georgia World Congress Center about doing something over there with them. We're going to see how that goes, because I also made that announcement on social media yesterday. And these two job offers happen to happen the same day, yesterday, the same day, and of course, yesterday was the unfortunate transition of civil rights leader, icon, Reverend Jesse Jackson, who passed away at 84 years young, who's in a different frequency right now. So our thoughts and prayers go out to his family, his friends, and his circle, everybody that are followers and supporters of Reverend Jesse Jackson. A very bittersweet day yesterday, but also a great time for me to venture into my next chapter in my professional career. But don't worry, folks. Reach One Communications will still be intact in full force in 2026 and beyond, bigger and better. We got some great things getting ready to happen with the Honey Channel and Reach One Communications. One of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about this evening. I want to inform you guys. Let me just go ahead and get right into it. the Honey channel is currently down. You heard me correctly, folks. The channel is currently down. So if you already have the streaming app on your Roku TV, you will see nothing but one thumbnail, which you have to unlock the content in order to watch the show or the program in its entirety. And that's just the third party's way of having something up on there. But on the channel, you don't get to see any of our programming. All of our programming that we have had on the Honey channel since 2024 is not on display at the moment, including our on-demand shows, our Honey Saturday Night Box Office premiere movies that were recently aired over the past 3 weeks, and just other content that we have had on our on-demand section for months. So we've been in talks with our third party. I won't say the name of the company, even though I called them out on my X social media page at Sean Garvey ATL also, and called them out. Yep. We've been kind of having like a bit of a back and forth with them for quite some time. And so I am here to tell you and inform you and make the announcement that Reach One Communications and our subsidiary, Honey, which is the flagship station to all of our programming and content, will be migrating to a new third party that's going to give us a better viewing experience than what our current third party has done for us in the past 3 years. Almost 3 years to be exact. Yeah. So by April, we will be fully up and running on our new platform. Shout outs to TV App Builder for coming into the equation. And I had a great meeting with them earlier today. And we went over some questions, some answers, some details about what they can offer to Reach One Communications in order to bring our programming, our content over to them. And it's been a very productive meeting today, I must say. So big shout out to TV App Builder. That's going to be our new third party moving forward. And we also want to welcome other entities and avenues and outlets that are out there that want to do business with us in the near future. You can send us an email to reachoncommunications@gmail.com. For all of my Facebook users out there, I am going to put it on the third lower here on the screen here on our lower third. There we go. reachoncommunications@gmail.com. If you have anything going on or anything new you would like to bring to our attention that will enhance or take our platform to the next level, we want to hear from you. The email address is at the bottom of your screen there if you are watching me on Facebook Live. If you're watching me on Instagram, I would type it in the comment section, but I'm talking right now, so I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. Yeah. So reachoncommunications@gmail.com. But yes, that is one of the big news of today is that, definitely opposite from the news that I shared on social media and online yesterday about accepting the positions with Georgia State University and the Georgia World Congress Center. The other big news is that we're going to be migrating Honey to a third party in April. Maybe sooner than that, since we're coming up on March. We want to make sure that we keep everything consistent 24/7, including our online radio station and other avenues that are under the Reach One Communications parent company umbrella. Okay. So, and I wanted to inform everybody about that because, again, over the past couple of years, we've had over 1,000 downloads of our app being downloaded to Roku TV. We've been promoting the hell out of it. You've seen the commercial, the promo, and you've seen what we've been doing on social media, marketing the app and everything. And it is a disservice to have the app on your Roku TV or on your Reach One Network app, and you don't see anything other than a thumbnail of some show that you may not even gonna watch. You know, if it ain't one of our shows, if it ain't in adjacent to Honey or Reach One Communications, why bother watching it? You know? So this shutdown is affecting our monetization, is affecting other things. And so we have to make the executive decision, not just only me, but the other co-owners of Reach One Communications and the staff, the volunteer staff that we have on deck. We have to make the executive decision to move forward to another third party that is going to make sure that we stay up and running 24/7 without any interruptions. You know, I mean, imagine if Netflix goes down a day, people will lose their minds. The people behind the scenes will lose their minds. They will lose money. You know what I mean? Imagine if Tubi goes down a day or more. That's a loss of revenue. Same thing with Paramount Plus. Same thing with Disney, Hulu. Same thing with Peacock and all the other streaming apps that are out there. And if we were to be deactivated for a long period of time, then it's going to be kind of hard to come back from that, you know. And I think when we come back in a matter of a few days, not months, but in a few days, then we're going to be bigger and better. And again, like I said just a few moments ago, we're going to provide our viewers and our community a better experience with Honey. So don't worry, folks. For some that were expecting to watch something on Honey tonight or tomorrow or whatever time of the day you tune to watch our programming on Honey, and you don't see anything going on Honey, it's because we're temporarily down and we're going to be migrating over to a new platform. Now, we're going to still be using the third party that we currently have, but only for a limited time. Only for a limited time until we go into full mode with our new platform in April. And everything is subject to change. Everything is subject to change between now and April because, you know, March will be here very soon in a few days. And then comes April. And we definitely want to make sure that we are up and running way before summer. Because summer is going to be one of our busiest and biggest part of the year with new shows, new movies, new content and stuff like that. And you know, we want to have something available to the public when that time comes. You know, this Saturday, gotta let you all know about this Saturday. Moving on to the next item on the menu, you may have seen me and DJ Rollum promote on our social media pages that we are having our Aquarius and Pisces birthday celebration this Saturday going down from 7 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you are on the East Coast. We're going to be celebrating our Aquarius and Pisces birthday at Don Tello's in Conyers, Georgia. And we're going to do more than just celebrate our birthdays, but we got announcements. big announcements, just like the announcement I made about my new venture to Georgia State University and the Georgia War Congress Center and all that great stuff. But I got new announcements as well. Sharia Thomas got some big announcements. DJ Roland got some big announcements. The entire family from the Beat Break Morning Show got some big announcements. Plus, just in case if you don't know, I will be doing my very first 5-minute stand-up comedy routine during the celebration at Dontello's in Conyers, Georgia from 7 to 11. Well, not from 7 to 11 p.m., but during that time. All right. So you're not going to be coming all the way from where you're coming from to Conyers to see me do stand-up comedy for an entire 4-hour block. No, no. We're going to party. We're going to laugh. We're going to have a great time. We're going to fellowship. We're going to dance. You know, we might do the Soul Train line dance at the party. We're going to have ourselves a grand old time. And I want you to be there this Saturday night. 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Yours truly, Sean Garvey, will be in the place to be, along with my sister Sharia Thomas and my brother DJ Roland, who is also going to be on the ones and twos throughout the entire evening. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. 7 to 11 p.m. Pull up. Bring your family. Bring your lady. Bring your man. You know, if you bring your side piece, okay, cool. Just make sure that you don't bring no trouble. Okay, you can bring your side piece. We're not going to judge you, or your situationship partner. We're not going to judge you, but just don't bring no trouble, though. Okay, just don't bring no trouble. All right, and please be peaceful. Okay, please be peaceful. Don't go yelling at somebody. Oh, okay. That's DJ Ron said he'll hit me up after 10. Okay, cool. Don't go yelling at anybody, whether it's a staff member at the restaurant or any of us or any of my family members at the event. Don't cuss anybody out. Don't yell at anybody or whatever. Be peaceful. We want this to be a peaceful event because, like I said, we want people to have a great time. We want people to break bread and fellowship and all that good stuff. But if you go against what I just said, we got security. We got security that will escort you off the premises. Okay? All right. We don't want no problems. Like the great Keith Lee said, if you got a problem, okay, no problem. I'm echoing what he said, you know. So again, bring your hungry, you know, bring your appetite, but also bring your positive energy because it's going to be nothing but positive vibes this Saturday night. We're going to have a great time, y'all. It's going to be a family affair. Celebrating my post 42nd birthday, but also celebrating my new venture to Georgia State University and the Georgia War Congress Center in Atlanta, Georgia. We're also celebrating my brother, DJ Roland, which we're both Aquarians. We're going to be celebrating DJ Roland. We're going to be celebrating my sister, Sharia Thomas. And let me just say about my sister, Sharia Thomas, because me and her have been working with each other since 2013, 2014, and it's 2026. So we've been through the ups and downs with each other, and we cannot wait. We cannot wait to see her in person, and she's going to be performing some of her greatest hits at the event. I honestly think that she's like one of the few vocalists that can sing. She can sing. Not sing, but can sing. You know, there's a difference between singing and singing. Yeah, no, you better ask somebody. All right. So that's going down Saturday night at Dontello's in Conyers, Georgia. So make sure your face is in the place to be this Saturday night. And if you can't make it, you can catch some of the highlights in real time, live on Instagram Live, because we're going to go on Instagram Live and Facebook Live simultaneously or at different times. It just all depends. Yeah. So bring your appetite, bring your hungry, and let's have fun. But again, people, for those who are just tuning in, the Honey channel is currently unavailable. And we're going to make sure that we keep you updated and abreast on new changes and everything that is getting ready to happen as we transition over to our new platform that is going to carry the channel moving forward. Shout out to TV App Builder for coming in and presenting what they are going to help us with moving forward. We appreciate everything that this particular third party has done for Honey for the past 2.5 years, going on 3. But it's just time to move on. It's time to move on and do business with other people. It's they say it's not personal, it's just business, right? Sometimes it can be personal. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it can be personal. But at the end of the day, it's also business. It's also business, ladies and gentlemen. But in all honesty, in all seriousness, thank you, everybody. Thank you to those that have supported my journey, my ups and downs, everything that I've been through. The interview is coming, by the way. I just gotta hit up a few people and see who wants to interview me so I can talk about or go more in depth on my recent journey leading up to my new chapter in my career. Because a lot of people, excuse me, I need a water. You might see me cough a little bit. There we go. I've been on this roller coaster ride in my career in broadcasting for 23 years. Everything hasn't been pretty over the years. Everything hasn't been like the glitz and glamour and stuff like that. I know you all have been used to seeing me take pictures and do video interviews with different people that I had the opportunity to interview over the years. By the way, speaking of which, before I go any further, shout outs to Blizzum. His album is getting ready to drop in a few hours. The Dangerous Unk. Make sure you go and support him. From my understanding, his album is already on the shelf at DBS Sounds in Riverdale, Georgia, on the south side. That's where I used to stay. By the way, fun fact, right? And this goes to show you how much Georgian/ATL I am, okay? So I actually used to live down the street from DBS Sounds on the south side. So, true story. My mom and I lived in this apartment complex off of Valley Hill Road in 1995, 1996, because my mom and I moved around a lot throughout the outskirts of Atlanta. I'm originally from Atlanta, by the way. And I was born on the south side, but I also lived on the west side. A lot of people don't know that, but I also lived on the west side. And my mom and I moved back from the west side to the south side, right? And one of the places that my mom and I lived in back and forth over the years was Riverdale, Georgia, okay? And this is when Black people started moving into Clayton County. You know what I mean? I came from that time. This is when Black people started moving into Clayton County. Have you ever heard of the term white flight? Yeah. Because in the earlier days, it was nothing but Caucasian people living in Clayton County. And then years and years later, Black people started moving in, and it was like, oh, okay, get the kids, honey. We packing up. We going. We're going to. We're moving to Sandy Springs. We're moving to Rome, Georgia. We're moving to Dalton, Georgia, or whatever. Yeah, but my mom and I moved back and forth to Riverdale, and on and off for years. And I found out there was a record store down the street from where I used to live at, because I also attended, by the way, another fun fact, I also attended Riverdale Middle School, for those that don't know. And that was a long time ago. That was in the 90s. But my mom and I lived down the street from DBS Sounds. And I used to go to DBS Sounds dozens of times. Shout outs to the owners there, including Tobago. And I actually patronized the business there dozens of times. And I remember a few years ago, especially when me, DJ Rollum, and Sharia Thomas did Beat Break Radio. Because Tamala, who is also on the check-in, shout out to Tamala, by the way, she interned for us at one particular point in time. This was a few years back. I want to say 2013, 2014. This was around the time when Sharia came on board to the Beat Break Morning Show. DBS Sounds had a album release party for Tyrese. And I think the title of the album at the time was called Black Rose. Yeah, I think it was Black Rose. And that's when he did the song with Snoop Dogg years ago called Dumb-ish. I'll be on some dumb-ish. Yep. Yeah. Long story short, Beat Break Radio did a live remote at DBS Sounds. And I was on the radio. I was at WATB. This was before the radio shut down, because WATB is no longer in existence anymore. But I was doing radio at WATB in Scottsdale, Georgia, which is the unincorporated area of Decatur, Georgia. And Beat Break Radio did a live remote from DBS Sounds in Riverdale, Georgia, helping to promote Tyrese's new album, Black Rose. But how about, ladies and gentlemen, we never interviewed Tyrese himself. So we were out there interviewing all different kinds of people, meeting, greeting people and stuff like that. But Tyrese didn't want to come outside to be interviewed by Beat Break Radio. True story. He was inside the DBS for most of the time that we were out there in that hot ass weather. Now, what we probably should have did was, hey, we should have went in, or one of our team members at the time should have went into the store and said, hey, this Beat Break Radio, we want to get an interview with Tyrese, blah, 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 that sort of thing, whatever. That should have been done. But, I was at the radio station. So I was back and forth, and making sure that we did this live remote on the radio. And it never happened. It never happened. I'm going to have to end up blocking this person, because I could have sworn I told this person not to be sending me these random messages and videos on my Facebook. And this person keeps doing it. I'm going to have to block them. And I usually don't block people, but when y'all be doing some dumb-ish, I'm going to have to block you. I don't care who you are. Now, Mark Zuckerberg, I know you was in court earlier today and everything, but you need to kind of step up a little bit here. So I can literally block these people from my Facebook that are sending me all these random videos and messages. Anyway, But yeah, that's what happened. Fun fact. That's what happened. That was back in 2014, 2015, somewhere around that time. Yeah. But yeah, my mom and I lived down the street from DBS Sounds. Now we no longer there. That was years ago, you know. That was in Clayton County. A lot of stuff went down in Clayton County. Ooh, don't take me back to memory lane on that note, because ooh, it went down. It went down on the south side. Um, so yes. But anyway, regarding Beatwork Radio, and all things considered, Reach One Communications. Uh our channel is currently down, but we will be back up and running in a few days. And we're gonna be on our new platform in partnership with TV App Builder to carry our content and programming moving forward. So I'm making that announcement, people. And I do plan on making another visual announcement to be on social media and to be on the Honey channel in a few days. So, you know, just be on the lookout for updates. And of course, continue to follow me on all social media at Sean Garvey ATL, at Reach One Network, Podcast FM Now, and Honey Movies app or Honey Movies and TV for further information. But yeah, I am taking everything in from these new opportunities that are underway. And as I was saying before I went into my ADHD moment, fun fact, you know, I've been through a lot of different challenges coming up in media. You know, I was born to be a broadcaster. I was born to work behind the scenes. People know me best as being a producer, as being a radio producer for so many shows that I helped produce over the years on gospel radio, on secular radio, in talk radio, and so forth. And I've mastered it. I mastered the craft of being a producer, not just a board operator, but a producer. There, you know, it's a difference between being a board operator and being a producer. We'll get into that later. But as a producer, I know what comes along with it. You know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of different things involved, a lot of moving parts, a lot of what I'm trying to say, a lot of preparation, a lot of dedication to the craft. But I also had the opportunity to build relationships with people over the years in terrestrial radio and TV, and a lot of people who I still come in contact with and I still communicate with to this very day. I put out a list of all the people that have been by my side through the ups and downs over the years, especially in recent years, coming back from Florida, working for Natural Homeland Security, FEMA, by the way, and you know, going through a lot of different challenges in my life, both professionally and personally, that became my community. And that's what it's all about, people. It comes down to community at the end of the day. You know, who is involved in your community? Who is really there for you in times of crisis and times of need and times that you need to be where you need to be in life, you know, and not be complacent and content with where you are. And so I'm just thankful and grateful to have built these relationships with people over the years. And if you go on my Facebook at Sean Garvey or at Sean Garvey, that's my real name, by the way, Sean Garvey. But at Sean Garvey, you will see a complete list of all the people that have had my back. And I am going to put out a second list of other people that I didn't get a chance to shout out or mention in the first list that I put out there on social media the same day that I got the call from Georgia State University to be the campus ambassador for their campus. So be on the lookout for the second list that I am going to post on my social media tomorrow. And I want to show that gratitude back because it's about paying it forward. Like all these people that I mentioned in this list are the same people that pay it forward every single day. What does paying it forward mean? Like what does that mean, right? Because you've heard pay it forward so many times growing up. Pay it forward, right? Pay it forward means when somebody do something good for you, you pass it on to the next person. You're doing a good deed, you're making sure that you keep that humility going as a constant reminder that humility and humanity work hand in hand with each other. And whenever somebody is down on their luck or is in need of help, you be there for them. I come from a place of community. I don't know about you because, everybody comes from different worlds. But I come from a place called community. I volunteer at a community radio station, WRFG, which is the reason why I'm back over there because I'm all about community. And a station like WRFG 89.3 FM is about that life. I'm about that life too, because I come from community. I have a community mindset. And there are people in the world that don't have that mindset, unfortunately. But over the years in broadcasting, I have done amazing work that served the purpose of the community. I have met so many great people over the years. I had the opportunity to meet the late, dearly departed Reverend Jesse Jackson. You might have saw my picture on Facebook and on Instagram of me shaking hands with Reverend Jesse Jackson. I wish I could have interviewed him on the day that he came to the studio. But the battle he was facing prevented him from talking to me on the air. And we couldn't do the interview. But as long as I had the opportunity to meet and shake hands with Reverend Jesse Jackson, the man who stood by the side of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. during the Civil Rights Movement. To me, that was just as better, or just as good as doing an interview with Reverend Jesse Jackson. I met a lot of great people over the years too, before and after Reverend Jesse Jackson. I interviewed celebrities, I've interviewed political figures, influential people over the years, not just over at WAOK, but at other radio stations that I worked at in the past, celebrities, all these big name people and all these amazing people with talent. And fast forward to now, 2026, of venturing off to doing something different, something brand new. It's truly rewarding that I'm still here to still do what I love to do, but to also be a part of an institution that strives and thrives on excellence and achievement. And I guess I would give credit to my media background for landing me these two positions. You know, I mean, sometimes in life, we take what we're good at doing. We take our craft that we have went to school for and that we practice, and we transition it to something else. We do something different with our skills, with our labor, with our craft. You want to make everything that you do transferable into your next career, into your next chapter. We've seen people lose jobs all the time. We've seen it in recent months, in recent weeks and years. People lose jobs. That's a part of the system. But whatever you do, whatever you're good at doing, whatever you're great at doing, whatever you are successful at doing, make that transferable to your next venture, which I'm doing. 23 years in the business and still going strong. It's not too many people that would surpass 10 years, because I consider myself to be seasoned. I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. That's why I started my own company. Well, it's actually one of the reasons why I started my own company, Reach One Communications. It's my way of paying it forward to the next content creators, but also providing a platform for myself, DJ Roland, and other people that have supported Beat Break Radio and the Beat Break Morning Show for years. I mean, all of this is just an offspring from Beat Break Radio, a show that started in 2010 during my time at Love 860 AM WAEC, which used to be WERD, the first Black-owned radio station in Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, how cool is that, right? How great is that? To have history attached to your brand, to your name. So I am just so thrilled and proud of this very big moment in my life. Because I'm going to tell you something. 2025 was a very challenging year. And I still did Therapy Ain't No Joke, and, still doing shows and still doing what I love doing on an independent level. But behind the scenes, it was definitely not pretty. Not pretty at all. They said that 2025 was the year of the snake. And 2026 is the year of the horse. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Very interesting times, people. So again, I appreciate everybody for supporting, for the shout outs. And I'm looking forward to more great things happening in my career, in my profession for the next 20 years. And then an additional 20 years. And so, also too, the night we met on the train. Thank you for all the love and the shout outs you all have shown for the night we met on the train, as well as Unemployment Chat. Now, due to the fact that the channel is temporarily down at the moment, you can catch the entire season, all 10 episodes of the night we met on the train on Spotify and on iHeart Podcasts. Now, in lieu of this unfortunate situation with our channel, we are allowing everybody to listen to The Night We Met on the Train and Unemployment Check for free. But once we get back up and running again, you have to support these shows. What I mean by that is you have to go on our channel and pay to watch and pay to listen to The Night We Met on the Train and to Unemployment Check on the Honey channel. But we want to make sure that our customers and our people get the best quality programming as much as possible. So for the next few days, you're getting content for free, people. You're getting content for free for a limited time only. So again, The Night We Met on the Train, first season, get it for free on Spotify and iHeart Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast from. I'll make sure to give you all that information on our social media pages momentarily. And Unemployment Check. Shout out to the cast from Unemployment Check. We're going to be doing Unemployment Check 2 very soon. Very soon. I got a lot of projects that I am going to be working on while working at Georgia State University and the Georgia World Congress Center. So I'm going to be much more busier than ever before, people. Much more busier. If you thought I was busy, wait until March. They don't call it March Madness for nothing. It's going to be a very, very busy season for me. And for all of my people that got my number, emails, and stuff like that, I'm going to let you all know. I'm putting you all on notice. I may not get back to you right away. Okay? Because I'm going to be busy, especially during the daytime. So if you try to call me, if you text me and I don't get back with you in a timely fashion, don't take it personal, people. It's that I'm working. You know what I mean? And that's already happening. And that has happened before where people would message me, call me, because I get calls and messages all the time each day. And I'm slow to respond. Not that I don't want to talk to you, not that I don't want to communicate with you or anything. It's just that I'm busy. I'm busy doing projects. I'm busy working. I'm busy doing so many different things. But trust, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just busy. Okay? So I get back to you when I can. Okay? All right. So we only got about a few more minutes left before I log out and bid you all a good night until the next time, until Saturday. A reminder, speaking of Saturday, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m., Dontello's, Conyers, Georgia. Myself, yours truly, the architect, now the ambassador, with Sharia Thomas and DJ Roland on the ones and twos. He's going to be playing some hip hop. He's going to be playing some old school, new school, R&B, all that great stuff, man. We're going to do the Soul Train line. We're going to have ourselves a celebration. So make sure you join us. Matter of fact, do I have it on? I'm trying to see if I have the flyer here. So we definitely want you all to come out and show out. No, I don't have the flyer. Okay, that's fine. But if you follow me on social media, you will see the flyer with all of our faces on it and the information. It's free parking, people. Free entry. You got to pay for your own meal, though. I'm saying you got to pay for your own meal. You got to pay for your own drinks. But it's all worth it. And we are going to be accepting donations for Reach One Communications. So be prepared to make a donation. We're going to bring our donation box, and we're going to encourage people to make a donation. All proceeds go back to Reach One Communications and to help with the Honey channel. Now, you can make a donation now by going to our Cash App, $ Reach One Communications. You don't have to wait until Saturday to make a donation if you don't plan on attending the event this Saturday night. But you can make a donation right now. And I'm going to see if I can pull it up on our screen here before I close out. There we go. Cash App $ Reach One Communications to support the show and to support Honey. You can donate now. You don't have to wait until Saturday. If you are going to be in the Conyers area or in Atlanta, Georgia this weekend, stop by Dontello's in Conyers, Georgia this Saturday night, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. They're talking about it's going to rain on Saturday. Now, don't get me wrong, we need the rain. But don't let the rain prevent you from coming out of the house. We want you to drive safely. We want you to drive safely now, but we want to make sure that you get to Donatello's safe and sound so that you can party with us from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. And it's on a Saturday night, people. It's not on a school night. You ain't got nothing to do. Valentine's Day is over. Party with us this Saturday night, 7 to 11 p.m. Information is on the flyer. But Cash App $ Reach One Communications in case you cannot make it and you want to donate now. Send us a contribution so we can keep Honey going and keep Reach One Communications going. All right. So this has been my time, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate it. And again, thank you all. Thank you all so much for the love, the support, the congratulations to my new journey in my career. I'm just so happy that I still can do what I love to do and also be a part of two organizations that's been around for a long time, and to be able to add these two new opportunities to my repertoire of everything that I have done in my 23 years of broadcasting. So thank you. Thank you, Instagram. And I will see you all this Saturday night. All right. Stay tuned for more details and updates on the Honey channel. We will be back soon in a few days. And then we will be at our new home in April, if not sooner. Updates are on the way. Have a good night.